Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this is something some of you have asked. A mix rundown of Cyhra's latest single Mark My Sins acoustic version, even though there's nothing acoustic on it. But it was just something because it's kind of acoustic, but well, you'll see. So this is not a typical. Usually my mix rundowns or tutorials are, like metal, big drums, guitars and stuff. But this is just it's one single vocal performance. And this is not shaky. I just doubled this one part. We'll get into that. There's guitar solo, which is a Stratocaster electric guitar into Sodano's clean channel. And then there's one gong hit and 6 tracks of keyboards, like pianos and stuff. Let's listen a little and then I just go through this. This is kind of unusual mix for me in a sense that I used more plugins, more processing than I do on a really heavy, dense mix. Even the Mixbus has punch, but I was after a certain vibe, feel and sound, and since this is so sensitive song, you do the stuff what you need to do to get the sound from your head out from your speakers. And on this one I ended up using more plugins than I normally do on vocals and Mixbus. So let's listen.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I keep buried deep within. They try to drown me, but I learn how to swim. I've stitched my wounds up, a mark of my sins.
You get the idea. That's the chorus. It starts with the chorus. Okay, then let's listen to the vocals. I bypass everything what I have and then I'll put them on one by one and explain, show them what it is. Let's bypass the effects, which are delay, reverb. So this is just the dry vocal. This is one single performance. This is Jake just nailed it. One performance, really kind of raw and emotional.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin.
This is without anything. Then I'm using auto-tune, but I'm not using it to tune Jake's vocals, because he sings in tune. This is mainly for the sound. Listen.
Scar I carry, I keep buried deep within. They try to drown me, but I learn how to swim.
It's very slightly, but I feel it adds a certain shine and polish to the vocals. And I set it to like humanize natural vibrato, and as you can see, it's not doing much.
I've stitched my wounds up, a mark of my sin.
Kind of just like micro pitching stuff. And then this soothe, which I use usually always as the, because sometimes there's certain artifacts depending on the microphone you use, the mic pre and whatever, and sometimes they can be a bit harsh, and this just kind of smoothens out.
Every scar I carry, I keep buried deep within. They try to drown me, but I learn how to swim. I've stitched my wounds up, a mark of my sin.
And ducks down that little bit goo sound, great. Then since this is only one performance, usually Jake or always he doubles stuff, and many times on stuff. You double your vocals, maybe do two doubles, then I can spread them a little bit. But this was just single performance, so I used this vocal multiplier, but it's like 33% on. It's kind of laying there background, just giving a little bit more body to the vocal.
I walk through the ashes of whom I have been, lost in the whispers of old hidden sins, footsteps of emotions like
Again, very subtle, but in the big picture it makes a difference. Then is this SSL's vocal strip where I'm using everything on it, de-essing, de-closer, tiny bit of EQing, cutting lows and some muddy frequencies around 500, 450. and then just adding some air, and then compressing a little and adding some drive.
I'm haunted by a ghost. Every scar's a story etched inside my bones. Every heartbeat calls to let go.
Again, a little bit, and then I have this is actually doing kind of the heavy lifting 1176 compressor.
I'm no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to drown me, but I learned how to swim.
Yes, it makes it louder, but it also compresses and brings it forward into your face. And then I have this Mac DSP's acoustic channel kind of tape simulator.
And the current is the state I'm in, rushing through my veins like I have seconds left to live. Taste, I see the sand inside the hourglass.
Again, very little, several things doing very little, just kind of add some warmth and a little bit of tape compression. Okay, then we go to the bus. So here I have this auto leveler from Isotope Nectar.
I'm no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried.
It's like when you do just those micro moves with the fader, kind of automating. This does it for me. Then I have another soothe here, just doing de-essing.
I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to drown me, but
Listen to the first sentence of the chorus.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin.
Especially that skin. Listen without it.
Worn it like my skin.
The S is a tiny bit too, so this takes care of that. Great. Then I have Pro Q4, just taking out some stuff here.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to drown.
Just smoothing out, balancing a little, frequencies that I felt was poking a bit. And then I have Black Salt Audio's Oxygen, just adding some air and tiny bit of width.
Me, but I learned how to swim. I've stitched my wounds up, a mark on my.
Again, very subtle. And then the last thing is a SSL console, but what I'm doing is I'm only cutting some lows. This is mostly for the color.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it.
That's this nice thick kind of thing, what SSL gives you.
Like my skin, every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to.
So this is the vocals with no delays and reverbs, and this is more than I usually do, but since this is so naked and there's only one vocal performance, I needed to do this stuff to achieve what I want. Oh yeah, sorry, limiter, which is, I think it's just grabbing a little bit of those peaks.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I can.
Yeah, just kind of like a finalizer. It's a Sonox Oxford limiter. Okay, then let me include the effects, and you'll hear, all of a sudden the vocals have some space.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to drown me, but I learned how to swim.
Okay, let me mute this and add them individually. So the first is a parallel vocal compressor.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar
It's pinned. It just gives this solid there that the vocals, it's always present. And it's, it just adds a kind of like this, when you build a house, you build the foundation, whatever that's in English, and then you start to build on that. So this is kind of my foundation.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within.
Just under there, kinda adds this nice thing. Okay, then I have a Studio D, which is a Dimension D from Universal Audio. It's muted now. That just adds a tiny bit more width.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep.
Little bit. Then I have a slap delay, which is UAD's Galaxy JPEG.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin.
You hear that? Just a tiny bit, very tiny bit.
Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within.
It almost acts, or basically as like another doubler, you know, to the vocals, because I had this one, and then these Galaxies kind of doing a similar thing. Throw delay, but I wasn't using any delay throws on this one. As you can see, it's zeroed. Then I have a mono delay, which is kind of this set to ambient.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry.
So it's a stereo delay, but I'm calling it mono since there's no, the sides are the same. Just adds this ambience.
I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to drown me, but I learned how to swim. I've stitched my wounds up.
Cool. Then let's stick on the chorus. Then comes the main delay, which is a timeless 3 and circular delays setting.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within.
Okay, so we start to now get the feel of a space and width. So that's the delay, main delay. Then I'm sending from the delay to a reverb, and the reverb is Lexicon 2024 by Universal Audio, and it's set to plate.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry,
So what it does, it just kind of smoothens, because the circular delay is kind of ding ding left, right, center. So when I'm sending just the delays to the reverb, it kind of smoothens them out and creates, to my ear, a nicer image of space.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within.
Okay, I didn't use any alternative delay, but I used an alternative, didn't I use? Yes, I used, it's here. So this is a BMG plate by Universal Audio, and that's just a, you know, reverb without delays. Very subtly.
I am no stranger to pain, I've worn it like
Actually not that very subtly, that's basically the main space.
my skin. Every scar I carry, I kept buried deep within. Fear tried to drown me, but I learned how to swim.
It's a stock preset that this comes with, male Vox plate. And then this one kind of double here, I just added this fuzz box. It's basically this same line, but just doubled, and I increased the gain. And together they sound like this. Yeah, that's just nice gritty without it. It's a little, because that's Jake's, only Jake, nothing else. So I wanted to have a little bit like that. Cool. The guitar solo, it's like I said, straight into SLO clean channel, and let's see what I actually used. So there's Eventide H3000, TC2290, set to like a dual mono delay, kind of Van Halen settings.
To let go.
That's it. So 2 delays and a harmonizer on a micro pitch setting. Keyboards. These, I believe, were done by Jake's friend, and I don't remember his name now, so sorry about that. But if I remember correctly, these weren't done by Jake, but his friend. So thank you, friend. They are like this. So they're going to 2 effects, a Dimension D, that's Studio D. My go-to settings 1 and 4 in, and then to the micro pitch, same setting. You know, just to widen it. Adds these 2 adds a little bit volume, but they really make the keys wider. And there's just some, you know, EQing on each channel, just taking out some stuff I didn't like, adding something I liked. Actually, oh, there's a, let's listen this track. I think this is piano. Oh yeah, so the piano was quite dark, and there's some scenes baked in, so I you know, it looks kind of whoa, but it sounds good. Oh, I added more top from the SSL. More upper mids. Alright, let's actually bypass everything on this one. See, and then I'm sending it also to another Dimension D. And then what I'm doing with the soothe, I'm just taking some, because I boosted so much of the upper, mids and high, so then I'm just taking out some of the harsh stuff afterwards with the soothe. Like I run at 1 to 2K area. Very minimal. So those are the keys, and on the key bus I have a, let's actually bypass these all and then include them one at a time. So multibus compressor. This makes things also wider because I'm compressing lows, mids and highs separately. Cool. Then I have Pro Q4. Let's stick with the chorus. Again, there was a little bit this. I'm just checking out stuff I didn't like. What I usually do with EQ, first I take stuff out I don't like, and then if I feel like I need to compensate that by adding something, then I'll do that. Okay, let's leave that on. The next one is actually, you know, kind of designed for guitars. Again, widen more, but I'm using this with keyboards now. Just like a 10%. Tiny bit. The last thing is a SSL 4000. It looks like I'm not doing anything, so I'm just using it for the color. just adds this certain thing. Okay, so then the Mixbus. There's automation, then there's width automation. Because, I mean, there's a lot. Usually I just have a bus compressor and something, and limiter and a pull check. But this time, you know, that's what I used. So let's bypass these all. And then there's even a reverb on the Mixbus.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I
Doing very little, just balancing stuff out. Pro Q4.
get buried deep within. Fear try to drown me, but I learn how to swim. I've stitched my wound.
I'm not actually sure if I used this one, because it seems to thinner the sound.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like
I probably didn't use this on the bounce. And then there's a bus compressor.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I get buried deep within.
Just gluing things a little bit. Then some pull check EQ or tube check.
Fear try to drown me, but I learn how to swim. I've stitched my wound.
Okay, I'm boosting 100. Now it felt a little bit, so I probably used this.
I am no stranger to pain. I've
Yeah, it kind of opens the middle now, because the pull check curves, because I'm having, this is like a shelf, and this goes, you know, way higher than 100 hertz. It's kind of the center point, so I was probably just, I felt like probably, can't remember anymore, that it was too woo, and then I just decided to take the 500 out before the compressor for the EQ, and so that the compressor don't react to that much. Oh, something. Okay, let's see what else I had here.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin.
I'm only widening the stuff, adding some THD distortion.
Every scar I carry, I get buried deep within.
Very little. Then I have a tape sim, which I usually don't have on the Mixbus.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I get buried deep within.
Yeah, it adds a certain sizzle. Then I have a reverb.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn
All of a sudden, the piano, the keys, the strings, the vocals, they are in the same space.
it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I get buried deep
And
within.
it sounds bigger, because even though this is just one vocals, a few keyboards, I still wanted to, that this is, you know, sounding almost as big as full, you know, metal mix.
Fear try to drown me, but I learn how to swim.
Yeah, and the last thing is limiter, which probably isn't doing much, maybe adding some volume.
Stranger to pain, I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I get buried deep within.
Yeah, I'm using the enhanced curve just to add some perceived loudness. I think this mix is pretty loud.
Every scar I carry, I get buried deep within. Fear try to drown me, but I learn how to swim. I've stitched my wounds up.
Like -8 LUFS, which is really loud. I also mastered this. I don't think I did anything to master, because this is really loud, this mix already.
I am no stranger to pain. I've worn it like my skin. Every scar I carry, I get buried deep within. Fear try.
Yeah, so that was a Mark of My Scenes acoustic version. Thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description below to Cyhra's website, to a kind of certain page that you can listen this song, you know, with different streaming platforms. And check out also the real Mark of My Scenes, which we have a music video about. And those links to those, the audio and the music video, are in the description below. All right. yeah, the next Cyhra song is actually in the works. Alexis has just recorded the drums, so that will be released in the near future. So stay tuned. All the best. Take care. Bye.